Alright, hey, a little fuck up. I actually recorded a little bit of this video beforehand, but our audio was completely bugged. Basically, this is going to be a ranking of the trailers of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm here with a friend of mine.
Hello, I'm Robin.
He has never seen anything of Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm a Final Fantasy XIV veteran. Of course, I know the trailers from 1.0 to up until Dawn Trail. I know all of them, but he doesn't know anything. He hasn't played it. I tried to get him into it, but he doesn't really like MMOs, even though I said this beforehand as well in the video, but it wasn't recorded. He does like the MMO aspect of it, but yeah, like I said to you, it's 90% single player targeted right now. Even the dungeons are single player, which is very good because Final Fantasy XIV has always been an RPG first and foremost and an MMO later. Sadly enough, my introduction has already been caught, and we already saw the first trailer, the 1.0 trailer. I was just about to give him the talk. He said that he is going to put it in A. But again, discuss why you're going to put it in A.
I placed the first one in A because it's a solid introduction to the story, but I'm completely new to this. I know the original was discontinued because it wasn't very appealing to the fans, I guess, and they started from scratch. So this is only how should I say this? A premise from how the future would be from Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, I agree because not necessarily with the placement I am, but maybe that's also because I have more context on the other sides.
Well,
but I would put it in B. It's because but I'm just going to put it in A because it's with yours. It's interesting. Again, I do have to iterate same as you. It's a start, and I know other trailers from other Final Fantasy games, and I do feel like even though it's interesting, the 1.0 trailer is interesting, it has some flaws in it, personally, in my opinion. And the flaws are, one, it's not really super engaging. It's kind of like, oh yeah, let's do this leave quest. And the second is music. The music and the tone of this trailer is very much lacking. It's more ambient sounds in the background than actual trailer and oomph. And that's why I personally would put this one in B. Visually, it's a Square Enix game, it's Final Fantasy, it's beautiful. It is interesting, of course, but I think with 2.0, A Realm Reborn, with that being the case, you will see the difference in visual expectation, music, and just overall. A Realm Reborn's trailer is already like miles ahead of this one, in my opinion.
This one feels quite dated.
It not really dated.
Yeah,
I just
some
feel
visuals
like
hurt the eyes.
yeah, sometimes yeah. I just feel like they could have done more with the trailer. Again, for me as well, I don't feel like any of the trailers are below a B. Personally, this is a B. But yeah, you put it on A, no problem. And with that, we're going to watch the A Realm Reborn trailer, and oh boy, it's a good one.
Well, let's see.
walked before to lead those who Lying is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land full of purpose.
understand what I said about the music and
Yeah, I do.
visuals. Um, so yeah, again, it's kind of it's an iconic it's an iconic trailer for sure. But anyway, again, go ahead.
Yeah, it's pressure on me.
Hey, but I know what I want, but you are completely new to this. Yeah, I do have to say before all of this. So again, after 1.0, they had to restart and whatever. This is basically what they show the people at the end of 1.0. They kind of blasted the whole world to smithereens and made a new one, and they made it lore-wise. They made Bahamut as the reason why a realm is reborn. They literally broke the whole their 1.0. They in flames and rise it from the ashes again. So I really love that aspect of it, that they made the 1.0 basically still canon and made it canon that Bahamut is the one who destroyed the world of 1.0, and 2.0 and onwards is basically the rebirth of it, which is kind of cool in my opinion. But yeah, sorry, I just wanted to say that before continuing.
Well, for starters, you did show me this trailer about 3 years ago,
I think so, yeah.
and I will put it in S
Okay.
because it's a very visual upgraded version compared to number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the music is way better than the first one.
Exactly.
It's a solid upgrades, almost unrecognizable to the first.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the visuals when Bahamut, like my friend's saying.
Do you feel more intrigued to play it because of this trailer?
Not really.
No? Alright. But I mean, in comparison to the first one, you think it's more interesting, the story, or what they showed us is more interesting?
It's hard to say, but I never seen the original. If I had to compare it to something, I would say World of Warcraft, and that didn't appeal me at all.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But, okay. So, anything else you want to say, or was...
I don't know what to add.
Alright. So, basically, I would probably put this in a double S. By the way, I would have put this one in a B. But, or I think I said that before. But yeah, this, for me personally, was probably going to be a double S for me. Just because of how good the song actually is. I really love the visual representation of everything. I also, but that's basically more so because I know the story. Everything that has been showed here in the Realm Reborn trailer is so important for the rest of the game. Up until where we at right now, the music answers. You don't know this, but answers is actually so much more important in Endwalker than it is in Realm Reborn. So in the latest expansion that's been coming out, not the one that's going to come out, Dawntrail, but the Endwalker, the last one where we are currently at. The song Answers is so important for that one, and it's crazy to me how they actually connected all of that. But again, as well, personally, I felt more intrigued to play Final Fantasy 14 because of what they showed. Like, oh fuck, a whole world is going to burn down. What now? So they made a new world from the ashes. Nice. Personally, again, I started playing Final Fantasy 14 when Heavensward came out. so around 3.0, sorry, 3.0. A friend of mine did play A Realm Reborn when it was released, and he did show me in 14 or 15, this trailer, and it really was, for me personally, I was blown away. I still remember the first time I saw that trailer, and I wanted to see it twice, 3 times. I was really blown away by the trailer, even back then. Sadly enough, I didn't have a PC or a console to play the game on at that moment. That's why I only started with Heavensward, because at Heavensward I had a PlayStation 3 and I could have played it. But yeah, personally, a very good trailer, a very iconic trailer for Final Fantasy XIV, and it was the start of something new, and I'm still to this day I love seeing this trailer. I love seeing people watch this trailer. But yeah, next up, Heavensward, and for a lot of people, a fan favorite. But let's see.
Peggy 16.
Spoiler. It's kind of hard without context, but you do see some stuff. like I said, it's a pretty fan favorite. This one. But yeah, what did you think?
I think it was really good.
Yeah.
I can definitely understand why this is fan favorites. The music was top notch.
I love the chanting a lot.
Yeah, it was amazing. Where would I place it? It's hard for me. I haven't seen the others yet, so I don't want to overrate this one.
Well, the thing is, this is just a placement holder. Let's say after we watch all of them, you can still exchange them.
Then I'll put this one in SS temporarily.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, what exactly did you really like about this trailer then? Because in SS is quite a good, you know.
I don't really know what to say.
Well, I guess. Well, I don't think there was really a visual upgrade, but I do think like the aesthetic was maybe more pleasing. As well, like I don't know, do you like dragoons and the dragon stuff?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. So I also think that's like a very huge benefactor and a lot of people. Probably also because of how Heavensward is. Heavensward is a very good expansion. Like seriously, the final steps of Fate stuff going on, just the 3.0 in general as well. It's a really good story, and I think all of that contributes to how much people like this trailer as well, in my opinion. The thing is, about me personally, I'm not really biased on a lot of things, and I don't really feel a lot of nostalgia towards things. Even though Heavensward was my go-to, my introduction. Of course, I had to go to A Realm Reborn before actually going into Heavensward, but I was there when Heavensward released. Personally, I would, like I said, interchange those two. I would put Heavensward in an S and Realm Reborn in SS. Why? Because I felt like, even though it was beautiful music, it was very pleasantly on the eyes, aesthetic is amazing, I love Ishgard a lot, they didn't really do much. It was very normalized, like okay, yeah, here are some scenes of the end of A Realm Reborn, which is great, don't get me wrong, but there's like 2-3 scenes about it, and then just you walking into Ishgard, dragons coming flying to you. It's epic, don't get me wrong, it's epic, but for how Heavensward expansion is, it does feel a little underwhelming in my opinion. Not as much as, you know, the 1.0 one, but yeah, I like a lot of things. It doesn't, the bad doesn't outweigh the goods at all. That's why it's still an S for me. Music, like I said, music top notch, aesthetic top notch. I like a lot of things in this trailer. But yeah, I know this probably a hot take. I'm not someone who's just going to rank it high because cool. I take a lot of stuff into consideration, and I do feel like the Realm Reborn one was more epic to me and more conclusive, let's say, a conclusive trailer, because I feel like when the guy Derplander, Meteor, Midlander, however you want to call it, call him, Azem, you know, whatever. When he puts on the Dragoon suit, I felt like they should have added a little bit more, like him maybe attacking or whatever, but just ending at, oh yeah, I'm a Dragoon now, that's it. It felt a little bit short for me. But yeah, again, my personal opinion. But yeah, do you want to add anything?
No.
No, you're good. All right, Stormblood is next, and this is actually another hot take is going to be for me. There's going to be a lot of hot takes in I'm actually pretty curious about this one for you.
Well, the thing about expansions is they always build up from the story, and I have no context from the characters.
Yeah.
My friend here said that he took a long while before he noticed who the female character was.
Yeah, but that's on me. That's not really the fault of the...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that counts double for me. I don't know anything. Definitely liked the visuals, the Japanese thing. That was pleasing to see.
Yeah, I love... I actually
And
really...
also the monk class and the samurai class, did they come out with this expansion?
The monk was already out in A Realm Reborn. The samurai class was indeed new for this expansion. Same with Heavensward. The dragoon was already a class in A Realm Reborn. Actually, the two new classes for Heavensward was Dark Knight and Machinist.
I see.
This is also another reason why I kinda found this trailer a little bit underwhelming, because in each trailer from each expansion we see the new job classes. We see them, except for the Heavensward trailer. Like you said, the samurai was new, introduced in here, so that's pretty cool to see. We're also going to see the same with the Shadowbringers trailer, Endwalker trailer, Dawn trailer. The new classes are being introduced in those trailers.
Well,
Which
I
is...
put it on SS for now.
Oh, nice. So, the reason why I was so curious about it was because this is actually believed as one of the worst trailers. People don't like that trailer at all. Like, at all. Like, they consider it boring.
Again, I have no context.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really need to have context, because again, each trailer is something new, something we don't have context with it either. So everything they showed here in this trailer was new for us as well, right? Same with the Heavensward, it was new when it first came out. The Shadowbringers trailer came out when Stormblood was still releasing. So it was all new. It was all, especially the Shadowbringers trailer, it was all guesswork. Like, what the hell is going on? And that's the fun part about it. We see a new trailer, we guess, oh, this and that, and a lot of theory crafting comes from the first trailers, from these trailers. And I like that about them. I really do. But yeah, so again, like I said, the Stormblood trailer is considered to be one of the worst ones. I would personally put them in an A, because I'm conflicted with them. And the reason why I'm conflicted is because, one, I really love the music. I'm going to be honest here, I actually shed a tear the first time I watched this one, because of how oomph it gave. But I do see people's points, and that they don't show much in this one, especially considering what the last few trailers are going to be. This is basically how the for me as well, especially this is basically how the expansion went as well. There's like very good things about the Stormblood expansion, and there are very slow paced, very whatever moments in it as well, and I think this trailer conveyed that pretty well. Even though I'm actually a very avid defender of Stormblood, I understand people's criticism about them, but I don't share them with them. I actually really liked the Stormblood storyline, because it was so realistic, it was so real. Basically, the Stormblood expansion was almost entirely about war and how people has been affected by war. You don't see that in the trailer, but but that's basically what the expansion is about. Even though in the Heavensward trailer, it's about fighting dragons, and what's the expansion about? Fighting dragons. So that's also a reason why I don't really think it's an SS worthy personally, because it doesn't really showcase the expansion too good, but in another way actually it does. It's a weird thing. I don't think it's a bad trailer. I really don't. I enjoyed it, like I said. I think the visuals is also amazing. I love the Kugani shot as a lot. It's so beautiful. Again, going underwater as well, showing the city underwater. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
It's also where they introduced underwater swimming and as well, which is also really nice. But yeah, again, I personally like it, but it's definitely not my top. I would put it somewhere between an A and an S for me personally. But yeah, anything else you want to add?
No.
No. Then go for Shadowbringers. And this one.
Weeps the storm, her tears on her skin. Our souls
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called the warrior of light. Sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles. friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Nymphilia. Greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone. If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must. Become the warrior of darkness.
Well, out of all the trailers I've seen so far, that one is definitely by far one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what the other fans or you think. But if I had to rank it, I would put it first in SS.
Okay, so up front here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me why exactly. What did you like about it?
Definitely the music.
Yeah, definitely. They also changed vocalist from for Heavensward Stormblood until Shadowbringers. It was she wasn't in here, but it was Mel one. This one. He is also still with us. He still sings songs until currently. Uh, yeah, but again, as well, like the music as well is a very big thing in this trailer. Shadowbringers theme is so iconic for so many people. It's crazy. And not only the Shadowbringers theme, but a lot of songs in the expansion. A lot of songs in this expansion hit home for a lot of people. It's crazy. But yeah, other stuff.
I don't know what to add.
Well, personally, so this is my take, and you actually showed my take. This is for me the perfect trailer. And why is it the perfect trailer for me? Because for someone who doesn't know Final Fantasy 14, show them this trailer and they will like it. They like it so well, so much. For the people who knows Final Fantasy 14, knows a little bit what's going on, this trailer is mind-blowing because context-wise, this trailer is weird. The reason why it's weird is because a lot of things happens at the end of Stormblood and they show stuff in here that we are like, but wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Something is wrong. At some point in the trailer, a guy is calling out a girl named Menphilia. Yeah, you noticed. And context, Menphilia shouldn't exist anymore.
And how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, of course you don't. But that's what I meant with, even if you don't know, you still like the trailer. For the people who do know, the trailer is kind of mind-blowing. Not only the music, but the visual representation and just the aesthetics as well. And the Shadowbringers team going into the Final Fantasy 3 team as well. Oh crap, I forgot the name, but Eternal Wind. So the Shadowbringers team goes into Eternal Wind from Final Fantasy 3 with the Crystal Tower. Have you ever played Final Fantasy 3?
It's on my to-do list.
Alright, but you will hear some music from this trailer in Final Fantasy 3 because it's heavily inspired by it. Again, as well, like I said, they showed us both new classes in this trailer: the Gunbreaker class, and the Dancer class. And the Dancer class also showed us the new race, female bunnies, Viera. It showed us everything that we needed to know or want to know about this expansion, and that also makes it for me the perfect trailer. And again, to iterate, showing this trailer to a lot of people who don't know Final Fantasy 14 but are interested in Final Fantasy 14, they will tell you that this trailer is their favorite trailer by far. And I'm going to say this right now, neither Endwalker nor Dawntrail, for me personally, I don't know what your take is going to be, is not going to surpass it, in my opinion. Endwalker trailer is close, but there's a difference between the Endwalker trailer and the Shadowbringers trailer, and I think you might say it because you already tell this a lot and mentioned this a lot, is context. The Endwalker trailer, while it's a really good trailer, is one of the only trailers that actually needs context. And that's why it's, for me, not the perfect trailer. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just watch it first. There we go. Don't get me wrong, by the way, I still love this trailer.
Begun to fray, its land rent by tooth and claw. you alright?
I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rubbish. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. The hour is come, Vritra. It's all or nothing. But will our heroes deign to play their part? You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh. Still has secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Of fate. Green blades, dark and light. Tolling the coming of the end.
Trailer. Whoop whoop. Yeah.
Endwalker was good, but Shadowbringers was better.
So.
But it's close second.
So here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I said, that was it true?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's the only thing about the Endwalker trailer. For the people who don't have any context, it's a good trailer, but it's very hard to keep track of everything in this trailer because there's a lot of talking in it that has a lot of contextual bits in it about the story, which Shadowbringers didn't really had much. And also the music. The music is very weird in this one. I don't know if you noticed, but it changed 5 times.
Yeah, I noticed.
Why did it change 5 times? Because it was actually a representation of all the expansion before it and one song. It had lyrics and composition of the Realm Reborn one, Heavensward one, Stormblood one, Shadowbringers one. It's really, really, really cool if you know what it is and if you know what to look for. But again, that's why I don't put it in the perfect list. It's a double S for sure, 100%. But because of the fact that you need context to really enjoy this trailer to the fullest, that's why I put it in SS. But again, it had so many great moments. Emmett Silk, a very important character, narrating. The dawn of the world being almost in ruin and such. It's such a nice, such a crazy feeling. And Endwalker, the expansion itself, really brings that up a lot. I'm going to say though, and this might be a hot take again, not much enough. They had some very eerie and very fucked up moments in Endwalker, but for me personally, they could have even gone further. But yeah, when you see the whole area with demons and whatever, you do see that in the game. But I feel like they could have gone even worse than that. But yeah, that's just my opinion for the expansion itself, not about the trailer. The trailer, it was really good, and I was really hyped for the trailer when it first came out. I did show it as well back then to a friend of mine who also didn't play Final Fantasy 14, and that's where I immediately knew. And he actually said it to me as well, like, yeah, it's a really good trailer, but I don't know any context of it, so it kind of falls flat for me as well. But in the end, still, again, very nice trailer. And that brings us to our final one, the one that's going to come out in 27 days from now, which is very close.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There's no cause for panic. This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Where do we go?
you have a moment to speak further. Look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
And that was the final one. What did you think?
I think it was okay, but definitely not the same level as the last two.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's maybe a fourth.
So over here.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. Okay. Anything to add what you like and disliked a little bit more?
I don't know what to say actually.
No? Just put out your thoughts. Like, what's the first thing that come to mind? You can say whatever you want. Like, doesn't matter.
Well, like you said, it's not a dark thriller, it's more happy notes.
Mm-hmm.
A little more carefree. It seems like there is more of an intimate piracy in this one.
Yeah. So for the longest time, so a little bit backstory. Normally, each trailer has like 3 iterations of it. It has a short version, then a longer version with more visuals and like a few clues, and then the full trailer, the one that you see, that I showed you all. In the first trailer, we didn't know. So again, all the new classes is revealed in the trailers, and one of the classes was Viper. But in the first trailer, we didn't know it was Viper. They didn't say anything, so we actually thought it would be like a buccaneer type of thing, because like you said, it's like piratey and very sunshine and rainbows and whatever. The reason why it's so happy-go-lucky and is because the story of Endwalker, from A Realm Reborn to Endwalker, is completely done. It was a 10-year long storyline, and we actually completed it in Endwalker. So basically, Dawntrail is a palette cleanser. It's not really a reboot. It's just the start of exactly. Start of a new beginning, start of a new journey, and the first thing that we do is actually let's explore a country, a land that we have never done before, and it's very sunny, and they basically call this a beach episode, but with like but with twists and turns, because it's Final Fantasy 14, of course it is. We already saw like new stuff about Dawntrail. It's not always going to be like in that place. It's also going to be in a very steampunk-esque place. There's also going to be a very sci-fi heavy place for some reason. So there's going to be a lot of interchangeable stuff that we're going to see in Dawntrail, which is pretty cool in my opinion, but I'm very intrigued. And that's what I meant with we don't know anything about Dawntrail. We haven't seen this is the only trailer that came out except for the two minor ones that's basically the same with less stuff in it. We haven't seen like a gameplay trailer of this one yet, so we don't know anything. We don't know anything of the story. The only thing we know of the story is what we have been told in the last storyline patch of Endwalker, and that's basically we go to Dawntrail's homeland, Tural, the new world it's called, to participate in a tournament, and the tournament is basically just for the throne. But more than that, we don't know anything about Dawntrail, and that's most likely going to be like just a part of the storyline. But yeah, again, like I said, it's very much happy-go-lucky. Personally, I would put this in an S. Why would I put this in an S? Is because the last minute or so. For the most part, it could have been in double S, but because of the most part, I really liked this trailer a lot. But the moment they showed Pictomancer, Kral, the girl with that's also a new battle class, they hammered Pictomancer a little bit too much for me. Like, hey, it's cool, she's here and stuff, but the moment she draws like the monster creature in the sky, we follow the monster creature for a long time in comparison for the trailer. And in my opinion, a little bit too long. They should have done something different with it, or they went from they followed the creature, the Pictomancer creature, to the outside world, which is good. Don't mind that, but they were following the creature too close, and I think they should have let us follow the creature into like different regions. But we only saw like a big shot of like the woods on the other side of the bridge, and then it was fog, and then there was water. I think they should have done more with that part of the trailer, and that's, to me, brings it down a little bit.
Maybe there was a point. Maybe they want to improvise on more exploring.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Dawntrail is especially going to be about exploring and being an adventurer again, because we have been saving the world and even the universe in the last 3 expansions. And the basic gist of Dawntrail is, I want to be an adventurer again, and I want to just explore the world. But they could have given us that aspect as well if we just followed the creature through the forest and through waterfalls or whatever, and also, which is fine to me because that also gives us the exploration vibe. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, but I do think it's a very good trailer though. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good trailer. I love the music as well. And at the beginning, it also gave me a little bit Monster Hunter vibes with the Estinian dragoon.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's basically it. Do you want to change anything, or do you think
Shadowbringer's definitely imperfect.
Alright.
I would place Heavenly Swords down to... Oh no, I mean the last one.
Stormblood.
Yeah, that one down to S.
Okay. Before or after Realm Reborn?
After.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
Realm Reborn I would put up
Okay.
to SS.
Uh,
The next to last.
Here.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll keep it like this.
Yeah. So, I actually said this in the video before I recorded this one, but I made a prediction. And basically, I got this right. Yeah, perfect, 5.0. I got this right, 6.0. I also had right. But here's the thing that I didn't get right then. Like, I thought you would put this one and this one down. What? Sorry, I was wrong. I thought you would put, yeah, those two in S. Yeah, thought you would put this one and this one here, and I thought you would put this one here. That was my prediction. I was wrong, which is fine. I don't mind. Wait, so what was it again? So it was something this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your. Did you enjoy this?
I kind of did.
Yeah. So with all of this being the case, does it a little bit make you eager to play it a little bit, or?
The Shadowbringer definitely gives
Yeah.
age to play.
Yeah. Well, the Shadowbringers, and I think I'm definitely not alone in this. Shadowbringers is by far the best Final Fantasy storyline. It's very weird because it's both a compact storyline with its own story, but it's also very important to the overall story arc.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shadowbringers is definitely one of, if not the best storyline of Final Fantasy. I would put those two like back to back in storyline, but for different reasons. I think this is the best one contained storyline, and I think Endwalker is the best storyline to wrap up a 10-year storyline, if you know what I mean. Endwalker to me is equally as good as Shadowbringers, but for different reasons. But yeah, so again, we are talking about trailers. This is my take on all of this. So this is going to be this is going to be for me an 8+, because I do think it's a good one. Yeah, I'm going to change those, and this is my list. Again, I don't think any trailer is below a B. This one, like you said as well, it's the first trailer. It's a little bit dated.
You have to start somewhere.
yeah, you have to start somewhere. But again, we also know Square Enix, we also know other Final Fantasy, and they did make better trailers than this one, even before that this one came out. That is just my take. But yeah, especially Shadowbringers, it's really the perfect trailer for me, and I don't think I'm the only one saying this. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you for this video.
Thank you for watching, and don't judge this tier list too harshly.
Yeah,
I knew this.
This is just us, our opinions, and even we just completely different. He also is completely new to this, and it was really interesting to see this. But anyway, I'm Veskin, and I'm out.